Are you confused by the process of trying to buy a house here in Hampton Roads, Virginia? Does it seem overwhelming to you? Well, this is the second video where I'll be going over searching for and viewing homes and writing the offer. So let's get after it right now. What's going on? My name is Jason Edwards. I'm a local realtor here in Hampton Roads, Virginia. If you're looking for a channel that goes over what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, find all the activities, and buy real estate anywhere in the Hampton Roads area, then like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, because I'll be uploading a new video every single week about what it's like to live here in Hampton Roads. I'm getting calls and texts every single day, and I absolutely love it. So if you have questions or concerns before making your move down here to Hampton Roads, my contact information is below. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, send me a Facebook message, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me, because I'd be happy to help with your move down here to Hampton Roads. So if you haven't seen the first video, I'll link it above. But the first step in trying to buy a house here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, is to meet with me, licensed real estate agent, and to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Those steps are kind of able to be flip-flopped a little bit, but you want to do those two things first before we start doing anything else. So then, after we sat down, we would talk about exactly what you need in a house, what you want in a house, so that we can start taking a look and see exactly what's available that meets your needs. Whether it's 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bathrooms, an acre of land, whatever the case may be. Not only that, but because you got pre-approved, we also have a good price range for you. We can sit down and figure out exactly or approximately what your monthly payment will be depending on taxes, depending on your homeowner's insurance. We'll have the principal and interest able to be figured out by approximately what your rate's going to be and what you're pre-approved for, so that you can really nail down exactly what you want to spend on a house so that you can stay within your budget, your monthly budget, which I highly recommend doing prior to even meeting with a real estate agent, so that you know exactly what you are safely able to spend a month, because you don't want to be house broke. You don't want to live in your house and not be able to still maintain the same lifestyle that you have currently. So once we have all that, once you see a house online that you really like, I highly recommend driving by the neighborhood. Drive by during the week, drive by on the weekend, drive by during the day, and drive by at night. Make sure the neighborhood is something that you would be excited to live in. Once we get past that point, then I can schedule a private showing and we can go take a look inside. But if you don't like the neighborhood, if you don't like the area, there's not much point in wasting both of our time to go take a look at it inside if once we drive up, you don't like it anyway. So once we find that house that you love, and one thing to keep in mind, let me backtrack just a little bit. Chances are you're not gonna find a home that you're 100% happy with, that meets all of your wants. It should meet all of your needs, but a lot of times, even if you went out and had a brand new house built, by the time it was built and you were ready to move in, when you were walking through, there would probably be little things here and there that you wouldn't mind changing or wouldn't mind a little bit different. So what I always tell people is, if you find a house that's 85 to 90% what you want, it's at a minimum worth putting in your top 3. Have kind of a rolling top 3 as we're out looking at homes. And then once we're ready, that first one should be the one that we put the offer in on. Once you're ready to put in an offer, there's really 5 different things that we can negotiate in a real estate contract, in a real estate purchase agreement. Obviously, the first one, the big one on everybody's mind, is price. Once we find that house, I'll take a look at comparable homes in the area that have sold recently, and we'll get an idea of whether it's priced right, what would be an acceptable and reasonable offer on that house, price-wise. The next negotiable item is terms. Things like the earnest money deposit, whether you're financing or paying cash, how much of a down payment, if any, you're putting. Things like that, all negotiable. All things to think about when getting ready to submit your offer. The third thing that's negotiable in a real estate purchase agreement are dates. Specifically, the closing date and the possession date. Those aren't always the same date. Sometimes the seller needs to stay a little bit longer after the closing date. Circumstances can vary depending on the seller and the buyer and their specific needs and requirements. The fourth thing that we need to talk about as far as negotiations are inclusions and exclusions. Things like, are the washer and dryer staying or going? The refrigerator, the play set out back, the beautiful chandelier hanging in the dining room. Those are all things that are negotiable also, and things, again, that you need to consider and think about when not only just submitting the offer, but when determining your price too, because when you're adding in extras or taking away extras, those can all affect, they affect the overall offer. It's not just the price. The last thing that we need to think about is contingencies. One of the big contingencies is the home inspection contingency, how long it's going to be, and exactly what it's going to entail. But also, is it a short sale? Is there a loan contingency? All those things wrap up into the offer. And when we sit down for our buyer consultation at the beginning of the process, we'll go over all of those things so that you're prepared when it comes time to submit your offer. If you found value in this video, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. The next video is going to be about depositing that earnest money and performing the inspections. And if you need more information about the home buying process, as I said, my contact information is below. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, a Facebook message, whatever. But also, if you'd rather get a free home buyer's guide, drop a comment below. I can hook you up with an electronic version of that home buyer's guide for you to take a look at. And then when you're ready, get a hold of me and we'll sit down and talk about your specific needs and wants in purchasing a home here in Hampton Roads. I'd love to help you out.